Hey guys, welcome back to See The Counsellor. So today I'm going to show you guys how you can find a counsellor online using 3 websites that I trust simply because they are governing bodies within the UK. So let's get straight into it. So we're going to start with counselling directory. And then you just click on the first one, counsellingdirectory.org.uk. And on the website it gives you the options for in-person, online or over the phone. So you can enter your postcode, so I'm just going to put in a random postcode, hopefully it comes up. So I didn't specify whether I wanted it in person or not. So here on this side, below your postcode, you can search how far or close you want them to be. So obviously depending on how far you're willing to travel, I've put maybe within 10 miles. If you want, you can pick specific issues that you want to talk about, or find a therapist who specializes in certain areas. So here you've got, physical abuse, sexual abuse, internet addiction, gambling, smoking, adoption, bereavement. You've got everything: cancer, depression, bulimia. So you've got a variety of things, and even if you don't find anything in this list that's for you, doesn't mean that you still can't speak to a counsellor. You can speak to them about anything. And then the type of therapy here is basically explaining the different approaches that you have. So if you don't know what they are, you can research them and see what works best for you. Some people, music therapy works for some people. There's cognitive, there is psychoanalytic and psychodynamic, which I really love. There's humanistic therapies, so you can pick whichever stands out to you. You don't have to pick one, of course. These are just things you could pick if you wanted to. So here, like I said, you can pick in person, online, over the phone, or you could just leave it as it is. And then you can pick if they are private or if they work for a company or an organisation. And obviously, if you need a wheelchair access, then you have that option as well. And then if you need concessions for like your discounted options, you can click here and have that option. And what type of client you are, you can pick that as well. And if there's any keywords that you need. So let's see, the first person that came up was Fran. So here it says that this is what she has. She's an integrative counsellor. She's a member of the BACP, and then they can write a little bit about themselves. Here obviously they give you what they do and what they specialize in, so the type of sessions, types of clients, key details. And if they do online, this is what they use as well. So you can read about them and what they say about themselves here as well if you want to. Or and then they can write as much as they want or as little as they want. So I guess these are some reviews. And then obviously she outlines what she does for online. So these are her qualifications. You can check if they're accredited here as well. If you're not sure, you can always ask them. So here it says she's an accredited registered member, so that's perfect, she's accredited. And here it says what they work with. And then contact details, if you would like to get in contact with them and see if they're available to take you on, because some therapists will be on websites all the time, but they might not necessarily be able to take on a client. She has a picture of her office, I can see. Yeah, which is nice. And then the fees that she offers, yeah, and then from there you can kind of decide if you can, yeah. And then they usually put their availability here as well, and any further information if there's anything else. And then you can just email them and then you can find somebody. So that's the first website. So you can scroll down and just look through if there's anyone that stands out to you. She's also accredited here, it says in brackets at the top. And you can, just find anybody that you would like to work with. Just ensure that they're registered and accredited. They're not just registered. Okay, so let's go back. The next website that I would highly recommend is therapists in the BACP. So here you can enter a problem. So whether it's anxiety or depression or something, you can enter it here. If you don't have any specific issue, you don't have to fill it in. And here you can write your location as specific or as little as you want, and then it will come up, and you can put distance as an option if you would like. Same as the other website, you can search for online, and it tells you how many therapists do online, long term, short term, home visits. If you want to pick one of these, you can as well on the drop down bars, and who it's for. So if we click on James, so here you can see he's a registered member, but he's not accredited, otherwise it would say at the top. So you can see his availability, what he does, what type of therapy he does. Some of them write about their first session, which is usually a free session, 15 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes, depending on the therapist themselves. And here he describes his type of therapy and his specializations, and the type of clients that he works with, and how he delivers the therapy. So with this website, in order to contact them, you put your name, your email address, your number, and you leave your message, click this, and you send the message, and that's how you find the therapist. And obviously the prices are there as well. So let's see if we can find somebody who's accredited so that you know what it would look like. Yeah, here it would say directly that they are accredited right there. So Danny Richards is accredited, and similar process, you will type in your details to get in contact with them, and yeah. So the third website I would use would be the UKCP. So the UKCP is another governing body, so it's the UK Council for Psychotherapy. So you can put in an issue if you want, in person, remote, and then type your location. So let's put London. So similar to the other websites, I won't go through it. On the side you can select if you would like to pick specific things. You do not have to, but if you want to, you can. So let's pick the first person that came up with Elizabeth Stennett. She doesn't have her picture on there. So this website is a bit more simple. So the type of therapy offered is there. Let's see if we can find someone that's got a few more details. You can click show contact details if you would obviously like to get in contact with them. I'm not sure where her contact details went, so let's find another one. Let's go with let's go with Leah. So yeah, she works with children and young people. She does integrative child therapy, and I think here I can't tell if they're registered or accredited or not. So let's see if we can find somebody else. So her approach is humanistic, and yeah, this is better. So you can see her prices, where her office is, special interests, and you can see the different things that she specializes in, things that she works in, and what she can help with. And here is like her where she got her qualification from. And then if you want their contact details, you contact them there and email therapists, or you can just shortlist and add a variety of therapists to your shortlist as you go through and search for someone that you like the sound of or the look of, and then that would be it really. So this is another person. So they've got this person has a Birmingham office and a London office, and here obviously they tell you whether they do face-to-face, short-term, long-term, or online. And same here, so you can show their contact details and then also shortlist, and then once you've shortlisted a few people, you can click here and see all the people that you've shortlisted. And those are the 3 different websites that you can use to find your therapist. So that brings us to the end of another video. I really hope that helped you guys, and I hope that you can find a nice therapist that will help you, and I wish you the best of luck. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next week. I will post a video helping you guys find free therapists and free therapy services. Okay guys, thank you. See you next week at 12 p.m. Bye!